Right, welcome back, guys. My name is Alex. Welcome to my channel, Alex JS Coda. And today we are going to continue with our project. And inside our project, we are designing what we call HTML forms. And we say HTML forms allows us to capture data from user, or maybe to receive input data from user. So we are going to create a file here. The name of the file will be h no, it will be form.html. Then press enter. Then create a boiler, like a skeleton to our file, HTML skeleton. You hold shift and press 1, tab, sorry, come back again, hit tab. Here we go. So we're going to set a title here to be HTML forms. Okay, so what is an HTML form? An HTML form is just an element. It acts like a container, which enables us now to embed different elements that are going to be used um, for input purposes. So we can begin by creating a form element like that. It acts like a container. Then we have different attributes you can set. Maybe this I will give it an ID of a form, just an identifier or a unique identifier of an element. Next thing I'm going to do here is to say the method that is going to be used will be a post method. We're going to discuss more about post, different types of methods. We have post, get, put. We have so many of them that are used to communicate with the server. Then we're going to do an action here. An action, it acts like a form handler that is going to be used to process. A script is like a script that is going to be used to process the data that is being provided from this form. So an action there, we can say this is going to be, I'm going to give it just a default file name, like maybe process dot process dot let me put it as dot html, something like that. But remember that the script, we do use server-side scripts, such as we can use JS to process the data or to validate or any kind of thing to that data. So let's proceed. So we're going to do an input there. And okay, before we continue, let's first ask ourselves what we are going to grab from the user endpoint. So up to this point, I just want to take their name first. So we're going to do a label here, and the label will help us to have titles on those inputs. At the same time, it will help us um, to capture those audiences that are unable to click on small regions. So for this one, we're going to say, give me your first name, give me your first name. Then we're going to do an input here. So input is just an element that is used to construct um, a place whereby the users, they are going to provide their data. So an input has different types. And types, it means that is like saying which kind of data you're trying to receive from this user. Is it a text? Is it an image, is it, or any other kind of a data file. So at this point, since it is the first name, we're going to say I want to the type to be just a text. Then the next thing is that, remember that for the label here, we're going to use this attribute of for attribute. I'll just give it this name, first name. Then we're going to do an ID here. An ID will be exact this label for. The reason is we want to bind these two elements together, so that if I'm going to click the first name there on the screen, we have a block for the label. If I click, it is going to activate that input. So ID there, it will be first name, as I've just said, first name, the same name of the for. Then we're going to do a name, a name. So a name will be first name. I'm going to set it the same exact name. Now this attribute is used to store the value that is being provided by the user. So it acts like a variable. So whereby if a user type the first name here, we are going to access that data using this name. And it is very important when we try to process or when we try to use an external script to grab that value from that input. So it is very important to include the name attribute. So what else do we need here? We need a placeholder. A placeholder will be used to tell the user that this field is used to input your name, your first name. So placeholder, you can say, please give me your name, please give me first name, something like that. And so far so good. So we are done with the first input, which is just a first name. And we say that we're going to use a label. Label, it is used for screen readers. At the same time, it is used when users find it difficult to press the input field. So it is very good to have the label there. Then we have input that is used to now grab the data from the user, and also it is used to place something whereby a user now can type in their data. And we said we have this type of text because we are receiving just a plain text there, and then ID, first name, a unique identifier, and the first name and the for of the label needs to be the same because they need to bind together. Then we have the name here for capturing that data and storing it inside this first name. Then we have placeholder. Placeholder will be used now to direct the user that this place is for first name. Okay, and that's all about the text input, right? And thanks guys for catching up with me. Yeah, see you on the next video. We are going to advance more on this form. We're going to put more elements inside here, more input elements. Okay, yeah, so stay with me and I will catch up with you later. And make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Yeah, see you later. And also like the video. Bye bye. Okay.